Guys, what's up? So, over the past 6 years that I've been training, like, in the first place, it was honestly not that hard for me to, get to a decent weight because I was really, really restricting my diet. But, yeah, it didn't take me long to get to a healthier weight, and then it didn't take me long also to start, getting pretty strong for an average guy and just, getting overly all like in shape. So I had the aesthetics and I had a bit of strength, and I was already decently athletic. Like I was always into like untrained parkour. I was pretty mediocre at it, but yeah, I was always into like doing stunts and stuff. So I always had that under my belt. But anyway, within these 6 years, I've had people ask me like, hey dude, like my friends who are usually stoners and video gamers, which there's nothing wrong with, but they'll ask me like, oh man, like can you do this, can you set this up for me, can you help me out with this? And I'm always happy to do it. But here's the thing, they usually make the statement that they cannot wait to get girls' attention with it. And that's where I have to be the bearer of bad news. It's not how that works. I'm not saying that girls aren't attracted to muscular physiques. I'm just saying that it varies, girl to girl, and you're all allowed to like whatever you want. So the thing is, I have found that almost 100% of the time, not even 9 times out of 10, almost 100% of the time, my physique has never gotten me any particular female attention. In fact, I've probably gotten less female attention in the 6 years that I've been training versus before that when I wasn't training, and I I was getting female attention. So it's interesting how things work out. And I mean, my personality has changed dramatically. So I mean, I've always had respect for women, but like I saw things differently 10 years ago. So like it's pretty interesting how now there's really not much going on in that department, and I'm not really ashamed to admit that at all. I'm at that age where I'm not trying to mess around anyway. So anyway, the thing is women care about the substance of the man. They care about what's inside. They care about how he treats them. They care about how he treats everybody else, how he behaves, how much do they have in common, can they like, have fun together, or can they be best friends, things like that. And honestly, I agree that's what should really absolutely matter. And like, don't get me wrong, it's not that it didn't disappoint me that my physique wasn't going to get me any female attention, but at the same time, I think that's why I kept failing in the first place 10 years ago when I started in my early 20s. Like, I just kept stopping and stopping and stopping. I would start and then stop. It didn't last very long. I thought, hey, if I can get ripped, girls are going to like me. But I've noticed no additional female attention. And here's the other thing. Like, this is where it gets a little bit more serious, but a few years ago I saw a meme where a guy, looked puzzled like this. And it was at a girl saying, don't get too fit, don't get too big. And it was like, we needed, their validation of approval. Here's the thing. And this goes for women as well. You all need to do what you want to do. I mean, you've heard, stories about, people being chubby chasers. Guess what? That's fine. I have nothing against that. You like what you like. You can't really help. I don't think you can help that. You like what you like. So if a woman is attracted to a fatter guy than me, that's fine. That's it's her prerogative. She's allowed to do that. I'm not going to get mad about it. I have been fit shamed, so that does irritate me quite a bit. I think that fit shaming is absolutely pathetic and sad because, whether it's a joke or not, it's been done to such a degree that it just makes, people like myself who adhere to a disciplinary lifestyle just feel like we don't fit in or belong anywhere. It makes us feel like we almost don't matter. So it's bad. It sucks. Like, Whether they're attracted to the physique or not, it's all a matter of what it took to get there, what it takes to keep it, and just a life of discipline versus someone who just eats whatever and just sits on their ass. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But it just blows my mind that people get fit shamed. I get fit shamed quite a bit. Made fun of for it. But I think those are people that just have no desire of getting healthier for themselves, which is fine. They can do whatever they want. And I mean, I would absolutely recommend. You'll feel like you'll feel like a better version of yourself if you get healthier. Absolutely. You don't need to change the substance of who you are. In fact, if you were with a girl for a couple of years, you would find that if the guy started getting active, and if he started getting active and changing his body a little bit, you would find that the girl, she might find him physically more attractive, but she's probably as attracted to him as who he is as she's always going to be. Which that's how it should be. That's that's sincerity right there, and I can absolutely appreciate that. But physique, it's not gonna change the chemistry. It's not gonna change the connection. That's just not how it works. Like, even back in the day, I was told that I had a very impressive physique, but I was kind of a dick, so girls didn't really stick around me that long, which makes sense. I mean, we weren't trying to settle down when we were 20 years old, but at the same time, like, respect is a big deal. Like, just being a good human being in general is a big deal. So, no, most times you're not going to find a girl who is way more attracted to you because of your physique. It really just comes down to who you are and how you treat people. So, again, I've personally noticed no difference. And here's the other thing. You should want to do it for yourself. You should want to be healthier and in better shape for yourself. Like, that's why I do it. I don't need approval. I don't need anyone to tell me to, I don't need anyone to tell me to continue or to stop, because I do it for myself. Like, ever since, I decided to reverse my low test diagnosis and, get healthier in general, like, I just didn't want to feel like I was 80 anymore. I mean, I was only 23. I felt like I was 80. So that's why I started training, to reverse all of that. And I didn't expect to become addicted, but I realized that the only way for me, it doesn't have to be this way for everybody else, but the only way for me to change it was to become addicted, to become obsessed. I mean, that's when I get my best results, is when I hit it hard. So, like, it was disappointing to me then. It's not that it isn't now, but honestly, as long as I'm not being fit shamed, I don't really care. It's fine. Like, I know that, what I do is, I know that, who I am is not really that attractive to plenty of females, and that's fine. Things happen. But yeah, I just thought I would touch base on this, because a lot of my friends really hope that once they get into better shape, they're going to attract more women. Look, if you're not doing the best job right now of attracting women, then you need to change something inside, because it has nothing to do with what's going on out here. I've seen very attractive women get with very, big guys. And not because they're big and ripped. It's because they're fat. But it's because of how they behave, guys. It has nothing to do with, the physical manifestation. Not at all. And that might suck, but, it's just how it is. So, yeah, I just thought I would clear that up. Thanks, guys.